Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Turtle Club podcast. We are back, and I am your host, Dylan. And today we have with us Bryce,
What's up, guys?
Sam,
How's it going?
Bobby,
Hello, everybody.
and Angel.
Hey,
And so we're back. They showed the entire rest of this next set. It is called Wild Resurgence, so we know the name of it now. And we have a bit to talk about. So they revealed the second half. They revealed the green decks. There is no black deck this set, so it's just black cards supporting other decks from the past. We have multicolored cards, a few of those. And then we have the secret rares, the two they revealed, and then the TP. And we found out what the God Prayer was as well. So let's talk about those. So we'll just start up with the very first thing where we left off last time, which is the green cell leader. So even the first time I read this, it seemed kind of weird, and I didn't really like how it played. And then we actually recently got also the BANLIST happened. I forgot to mention that, but they got a lot of erratas, and one of the erratas is to this leader that really killed it, I think. So I'm not really a fan of this deck at all. What do you guys think about Cell?
it was already iffy before, and then the errata definitely just killed it. There was some neat stuff you could have done if they didn't make it so you couldn't play non-androids, non-androids, period, right?
Yeah, only androids.
Yeah, so that's tough, I guess. I guess they really couldn't think of any other way to not let you play BMS or Koitsukai for the hand rip thing, but that doesn't seem like the solution. Maybe they'll do something later. Or make a reboot that makes it a playable leader or something. I don't know. But the Z lead stack is cool. That's it. I could tell you.
I feel like that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could have just hit. They probably could have just hit Koitsukai or Black Mass Sand to just to help it out and not nerf it so much. Or I mean, maybe just doing that was his plan all along, and they just didn't really care about that stuff. It just seems kind of bad now.
It's a weird oversight. I mean, BMS and Koitsukai are like staple sideboard cards to not even consider it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they just forgot about those cards. So when people were mentioning about it being a thing, they were like, "Oh, we forgot to put that permanent on there, actually, guys. So we'll put that permanent right there now." So that's probably what killed it.
Well, they issued it as an errata. I don't think they intended for, because there's no way they intended for you to not be able to use extra card counters and also non-androids. I mean, it doesn't do anything insane, the deck, other than, I guess, the board wipe and revive thing. Even that's like, I don't know, with no way to protect yourself, it's like you're taking almost every swing anyway, so
yeah,
it's bizarre. The idea I had before, though, was turn 2 on the Awaken turn, when you tap down the Earthling tokens with the 3 cost to play them, you could swing on one and combo the hit from, what is it, Realm of Gods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the U6 one, the U6 green one. Pay the 2, and then you could have that Barrier Floodgate guy on board as early as turn 2, which is like as fast as you could probably get it on with, reliably, because it's a 20k swing on a 4k, or a 1k, I think they are. So that would have been neat, but that's not possible anymore. So yeah, just a complete miss. Nothing of note.
Yeah, another one of those just weird green gimmick decks that they like to print all the time. Once I saw this, I had no hope for the rest of the other green tech in the set. I just thought it would be like this, where it would just be pretty trash. So if that's all we have to take to talk about what's Cell. I mean, another thing to mention with this is this kind of buffs the other Cell leader, the reboot one, with the Z leader and all that.
Yeah, the final up to that.
So
free activate Cell ZDK.
Yeah, that's cool. So other than that, though, I mean, the deck itself seems kind of just worthless. So
I would have enjoyed if they banned Black Mass Sane and Koitsukai, and then in like 3 sets just realized that no one plays the deck and let them back into the game, like they did with the Overrealm for the Token Toa deck.
I just don't think banning Black Mass Sane or Koitsukai was the right idea. Like, out of all of it.
No, yeah, that would
Black Mass Sane has always been a good sideboard card since I've been playing, and it's always been an option. And it checks a lot of stuff. Like when King Piccolo came out, that was a good card to play against it. Like it's just a necessary evil, I think. And then Koitsukai, I guess you can argue because of like how crazy U7 Goku was with it. But I don't know.
You probably could have errata them, honestly.
Not target tokens, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been the best way. Just
Yeah, I mean,
because
it hitting tokens is
even
all.
with sorry.
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
because even with 21 deck now with the where are they, the one drops that play the tokens on your opponent's side of the field,
Yeah.
nobody even wants to play those anymore because of the BMS. So it's like you probably could do it where it just doesn't hit tokens.
And I mean, tokens
Probably be fine.
barely generate value. They're like a non-card, so I mean, it's weird that it hurts your opponent even worse if they're relying on a strategy like that. So there's stuff that can probably just go that effect of it.
Yeah, I think,
So,
I
yeah,
think
that
with this
probably
leader, they could have just said you can't include black cards in your deck. I think it would have been that easy.
That would have been also great. Yes, that would have made it at least.
Then you can't use that stuff, but you can still use your cool
some-
green stuff with the
Yeah.
ideas you had.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Bandai just has been known just to let stuff just play out before they hit something. Honestly,
It makes some sense, but they could play test more rigorously before.
They could just not play the colors against each other, and it'd probably be fine.
There's a lot of crying on the Facebook group, but nothing makes the player base cry more than hand destruction being overpowered. So
Yeah, that's. I
probably
mean,
good that
if you're not a hand control player, nobody actually enjoys it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so the cell deck's probably just a big miss. So let's move on to the other green deck, which is a surprise hit, actually. So for the first time in a long time, we have an actual good green deck. So the green Gohan deck is coming out. Has like a field card. You can play cards from underneath it. You can Z Awaken pretty easily with the 16Z card. Has a lot of good tools. Seems like it would be pretty good. Has a lot of good generic stuff you can use in other decks. Like the green finally got like a good floodgate that kind of probably pushes out Dormer, right?
For the Green Saiyan leaders, yeah.
Yeah, so green Saiyan leaders for that. And then they got also get a new counterplay, which basically a Z card version of Frieza. So that's also good. So yeah, seeming like a pretty solid deck. The 8-drop is pretty crazy. You can use any green deck can use that one. So
That's
seems really, really solid. Excited to use it.
It's like everything is busted and like splashable, but it gets extra effects with the Gohan leader. So if you use the better leader, you get even more effects, which seems a little weird, but it's all really strong stuff. Revives a lot of other older archetypes as well,
yeah.
just from how powerful the boss monster is. Am I disconnected?
No,
So
You're still there.
So yeah, it seems like a lot of good, a lot of like 20K swings, a lot of 25K swings, stuff like that. So for cheap too. So seems pretty good. I'm liking it a lot. So
Yeah, well, it's a little slower than I had originally thought it was going to be. It looks like it's like a turn 3 Z Awaken, which is, I mean, I guess that's not really slow, but it's not instantaneous like it first read.
I think I'm glad that we got the ruling for it not being a 20K on the Z Awaken side.
Oh yeah, the field says if your leader is Sun Gohan, it gets 5K if there's cards underneath the hyperbolic time chamber. But it's specifically if it's the card Sun Gohan, which is only the unawakened side. So essentially, you're a 15K on turn 1, right, when you put guys under, or turn 2, and then a 15K when you actually awaken, and then you're 20 when you're Z awakened.
yeah, you should have seen all of our reactions when this deck was first revealed because we were like, dang, 25K Z leader, you can heal 2 life off the field card.
Well, there was no
What?
way.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
like-
that was never happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was no way. Yeah,
First-
there was no way.
It seemed too good to be true. But yeah,
a couple of us were psyching each other out, thinking that was going to be legal for some reason. But
I don't know, because it doesn't even say where it could even possibly be coming from. I
well,
guess
yeah, that's
exactly,
when I
yeah.
first read it. I was like, that's not. First of all, healing 2 life just every turn isn't fair, and then second of all, it doesn't say add to where. So
yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
make any sense.
definitely they messed
Clearly,
up.
Just a misprint on the card. A lot of that. I mean, what was it? 15 erratas total, right? It ended up being.
Around there, yes.
Something
They,
like that.
they
Yeah.
messed up a lot this set.
Yeah, whoever that guy is probably getting fired.
He's getting a spanking at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slap on the wrist, dude.
Yeah, deck seems to draw a lot too with the leader cycling a lot, drawing two when you free combo. A lot of big swings, the 8-drop and stuff like that. So seems like
Yeah.
a pretty solid green deck finally. And how
The
old?
guaranteed burn is gross.
When was the last set we got like a solid green deck? Was it Cooler? Was it Cooler? The
Cooler.
last
Honestly.
good green
Yeah,
deck we got before this?
Cooler for sure was the last one.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
like so many sets ago. So
Cell just before.
That was before Zenkai. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
like, what, 2-3 sets before Zenkai started?
Well, I won't say that. King Piccolo's pretty good.
yeah, it's been topping
It just-
here and there. So
King Piccolo is now better too with the secret rare and
Yeah.
the ban list. So
Yeah, when we hit those secrets, that's a lot to talk about with just that one card buffing so
Yeah.
many.
and then,
many-
so many green decks now. Yeah.
yeah. All right, we'll move on to the next ones they revealed, which is they revealed that there is no black deck this set. So it is just black cards that are supporting other decks from other sets. So the important decks that they decided to buff were Super Saiyan God Trunks. They revealed they buffed Token Toa and the Struman Salsa deck. That's what they also buffed. So, or no, Mecha Gabor is what it is. Yeah, Mecha Gabor. So, Bobby, I know you got a lot to say. So, what do you got to say about these buffs?
Go ahead, Bob. You start crying.
I'm not gonna cry, but I do think it is unfortunate that they do not print black leaders on a consistent basis. I don't know why they've gotten away from it. We were getting 2 black leaders a set for all of Unison Warriors, so now to not get any, it's kind of disheartening. But what are you gonna do? I guess the support here is all right. I would say the Trump Xeno deck seems to have the best support being printed between a Z leader, a new 30k Xeno Evolve guy, and I guess Trump Xeno's version of the Gogeta Xeno Kai, where you get to play your Unison from the Warp. It's not for free, but still good. So I think that's going to breathe life back into that archetype, which was already strong, just kind of on the outer fringes of the meta. It can't really survive against the big hitters, but now that the 3 big ones are gone, there's probably life to be breathed into the color. So it's good for all the people that are only buying the set for black and only have to pick up 8 cards or whatever instead of having to buy a whole bunch because they already have all the stuff. But yeah, I think the support is pretty good. Spirit Boost is a little hit and miss. I'm a little nervous. The Spirit Boost is going to be tough to hold on to with all of the Unison hate that's being printed since Unison Warrior block ended. But I think it's Xeno will at least see play in the beginning for people curious if it's viable or not.
Definitely. I think so. It's the best generic black toolbox deck right now, I think.
Yeah, especially
with the Z leader at least, it goes over Cumber now. And the triple striker.
You can run all the good stuff too. All the overwhelm cards, because Cumber, you're not really overwhelming. It runs its own archetype. So
yeah, being able to shuffle your warp and drop back and forth so you can do the Gogeta Zeno type stuff. Plus with the 30k Goku and the champ pack, the $100 Vegeta, you can do some pretty gross stuff.
Yeah, I am a little disappointed that for the Meki Kabora support that they printed, the Shroom and Salsa, that they only made it for Meki Kabora only leader instead of just like a Demon God leader, or, Demon Realm Race leader. Because the Shroom and Salsa archetype is pretty close. There are a lot of decks that it is a good matchup into to be warping stuff from your opponent's drop. It's very useful. I've had success with even the old Shroom and Salsa leader from set 12 or whatever that was with the new stuff that got printed in set 18.
Yeah,
they're just kind of like a black toolbox deck that just kind of, you play all the tech cards and hope you have an answer, but they made those Meki Gabora only, to play them for once. So that I was a little disappointed in that. But
yeah, that was a bit strange. I thought that too.
You're not going to give us a leader. Throw us a bone. Let us play and all the stuff.
I really like the Meki Kabora Wish deck. So I wish you got some better support or just like something like even a battle card that just gives it the effect that the other Wish decks are, where they're awakening if they don't see all their balls, you know? Like how Zamasu has his awaken, like just a battle card that just flips the leader over would be nice.
Or like mills all your balls.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
giving us that stuff, but the hard part about Mechki Wish is that if all your balls are in your life, then you just die.
Yeah, that is bizarre. I don't know why they. Well, I guess that's the one that they kind of learned that from, right? Where it was doing
I think
decently,
so.
but then that's why they started doing the 4 Life Awaken on Wish leaders as well.
Yeah, because Garlic Jr., right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It awakens with all balls. I don't think it has an alternate awakening effect.
That one I think is also old school style.
But it doesn't matter because of its activate battle, where you just don't die.
Well,
It's
that's on the Awaken side.
Right, but my argument is that since Mechki Board doesn't have defense like that so early, and Garlic Jr. does, because it's red, and it has access to more tools, I think, than Mechki.
It is interesting that they gave the two, Meki Tabora and Trunzino. Those are really the only two black decks that have an in-art type floodgate, which is what is lacking in Cumber, I would say. Even though Cumber draws a lot of cards, but unfortunately the cards you draw are all black cards that are a lot of cantrips and stuff. It's not like yellow where your cards draw you cards and then are also like amazing. But this Toa combo attack, this 2-drop that lets the Token Toa deck play the Unison on turn 2, that might be alright, because that deck awakens with the Unison and untaps 2 energy. I'm not saying it's going to bring Token Toa to the forefront here, but that archetype is somewhat underexplored, I think. It can do some good stuff, but the problem was if you didn't see the Unison on turn 3, you just lost the game.
Yeah, getting to flip over a turn earlier, that's nice.
Yeah, and you don't have to have 3 life. I don't know. There might be some stuff to do with that. And also, that Unison is very good in the Meki Kabora deck. It's just almost impossible to pay 3 for a Unison in the current format and then hope to live on the next turn.
Exactly.
But
even with Unison defense stuff, the black one's not good enough. It only gets rid of weenies.
I wish they would have printed a little something for Deborah swap, because I think that archetype has potential also.
No, that's deep.
It's a little too fair.
It is, yeah. That one's the wonkiest one. At least Token Toa has a nice boss monster now too with that new stuff.
Yeah, so maybe black will come back to the forefront. Probably Trunzino has the best shot, but we'll see.
All right, we'll move on to the multicolor cards now. So there's not that many, so we won't talk about these for very long. But is there any standouts you guys want to mention about any of these multicolor cards that they revealed? It's not
the Whis, right? The Whis is just the one worth talking about, I think.
Yeah, for sure. That's the best one. It's the blue-red double bean your everything. I think it is, right. Let's see. Yeah, as long against battle cards or unison attacks. So the leader swing it doesn't bean against, but the whole turn is you gain plus 10k in every battle, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, it's any card too. I didn't read that. Dang, it's pretty nice then.
Yeah, just when one of their battle cards are unison's attacks. So what is it? You neg whatever card you comboed, and then whatever you pitch off the activate battle. Pretty nice.
Yeah, basically a floodgate.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong card. I think the Beerus is pretty nice for Beerus, but that's about it.
Yeah, if that deck will ever do anything, but
whatever.
I don't know if this will bring it back.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's cool, and Beerus has a bunch of cool tools with like the TP and all that kind of stuff, but it's not enough. Or maybe it is, and I'm retarded. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll reboot that later, and then it'll be real for real. So
it just needs to. Well, I guess I don't know. It might be too good if it drew cards, right? Because it's free comboing with the skills still intact on the combos, which is kind of nuts.
Well, the leader draws too, doesn't it? Beerus?
No, it
on the unawakened side draws.
On the unawakened,
the unawakened side's discard draw too. Okay.
Well, with the Beerus multicolor card, I guess it draws now. Right?
I guess the idea is because of Because all the cards have offering, yeah. So when
No,
you're doing,
not just that. The Beerus. Oh no, Beerus says from hand, right? When you combo from hand, red yellow.
I think so, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, no, that it would definitely see play if it said from anywhere. The leader, I mean, but yeah, that's pretty much it. The 16 sucks.
That's good for energy charge. After you're awakened, you can charge it in the green 16 liter.
Does
Yeah.
this Whis provide any or enough support for that U7 archetype from last set to
I didn't
get
play
over
that.
the hump?
Oh, maybe actually, because it does give your barrier blocker guy that doesn't die,
Mhm.
oh, but it already doesn't die.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'm pretty sure
Doesn't
the deck
die
doesn't draw much, so discarding
Turn it's
3
played,
cards.
doesn't die ever.
And maybe it's the turn it's played. Yeah, you're right. But maybe. I mean, if it's a deck full of blockers, every blocker having an extra 10k every turn, that might be cool. Although it does gives it to your leader too, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I have to take another look at that. I never really, because the deadly clash stuff is just so awkward and not. It seems not good that I didn't give it another look. So
Yeah, it
maybe
seems like it
it'll-
sets up great in the beginning and then just kind of falls apart.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to. How do you win again? There's like a
Are you just supposed to
Yeah,
cap all of them? Or no, aren't you? You're supposed to play the triple striker promo guy, right? Because all the red blue cards that you put in your drop.
Do you even mill that many?
I thought so because you pitched them off leader.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess so. Guess they want you to play that old card or just Apex.
Yeah, you can just
Yeah,
do that too. I guess.
$900.
Just victory strike them.
Maybe it'll be in the anniversary box.
Maybe.
Oh,
The cell stuff seems okay. I mean, the 4 drop's pretty bad, but the 9 drops, it's not enough to save the deck, so it's whatever. It's not
I
really.
mean,
much.
few more multicolors in each set. We'll have ourselves a core. 'Cause it seems
Where's
that's
the-
what it seems what they're doing lately. It's just doing.
Where's the blue yellow support, dude? Are they just scared?
yeah,
of it?
that's weird. That's just the most busted color combination, so they're probably just scared.
I think because every time they've made something new that's blue yellow, it normally just makes something crazy, like the Bojack arrival card that they had that broke Gohan in every other yellow deck.
Yeah, they're too busy making blue green more busted. So
Pinpoint
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that's what they've been doing. Just doing one multicolor card for each set.
Well, there's like
And,
random multicolor splash stuff in like this in random sets, like how red green got a little bit of a buff a while back with the
Yeah.
Kaioken and the Vegeta leader. They're like printing random red green stuff.
yeah, mostly TPs and then
Yeah.
just random support.
Yeah, like blue, red,
Nothing
yellow,
crazy.
getting TPs.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, you can't really do too much multicolor stuff because as soon as you do that, it's gonna be no matter what color it is, it's gonna be the most busted thing in the game. I mean, look at red green Broly now. It's going to be making a pretty good comeback, I think. So
Yeah, that's
probably one or two cards away from any color combination: red blue, red yellow, blue green. Any one of them, this is just going to be busted. So they just probably got to
Thanks
watch
for not
out, I
saying
guess.
red green. I appreciate you saying not red green.
Well, that's Broly. He already said it.
Oh, he did say
already
Broly.
said
that's right.
Yes.
But it's not really. It's just like I don't know. You just run good red stuff and good green stuff.
Which
I mean,
green has good green stuff, so that's a
Yeah.
whole new realm.
that's the whole point, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to hop into the secret rares then?
Yeah, so we'll talk about the one they revealed first before we get to the crazy one. We'll get to the Dark King Mechakabura. So, seems pretty good. Counterplay, hits anything, was it 7 or less? And then you get to put a card from your warp or drop underneath it for every Z battle card your opponent has in their Z deck. It's a 1-cost counterplay, and then can't be removed the turn it's played, which saves it, I think. It does save it. And it basically becomes a floodgate. Every time they attack, you get to warp one of their battle cards. So, seems pretty solid.
It's a good budget secret rare.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's. I think people are looking at it as a black secret rare, but really, it's colorless. So, you've had a lot of good secret rares printed within different colors for a while there. We were all running Pan and Kai, and that seems to have drifted away. And now, everyone, each color
now
has
you got
a
cooler.
good archetype.
Now you got cooler kind of. So.
Yeah, cooler also fills that role. But I think this this probably competes for, like in decks where you were playing Pan. Now you get a 1-cost 40k dual attack.
Divine
instead of a
Presence.
free 40. So it's also good in the black decks. Like I used to play Mecha Kabora with the Toa Dimensional Convoker, 1-drop. It doesn't live anymore because its activate main just dies. But when you played it, you top 5 for a Black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God. So you just search your SCR right off the bat if you're playing that card. So there's some good stuff. It'll be the cheapest SCR in the set, but it's not useless. I mean, I think it's better than the yellow Super 17, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, it is.
It's a
Yeah.
better version of it. It's a floodgate plus a counterplay. So
Yeah, the part where you
40K
can
dual attack.
snipe guys mid swing is pretty nice.
Yeah,
So
remember those
anything,
two things, right?
is it searchable at all in any way?
Yeah, the
I-
Toa said.
Yeah.
There might be other Demon Realm Race stuff that searches it, but I know that one for a fact goes top 5 for any Demon Realm Race, God or Wizard.
Okay,
So-
that's something.
It's not bad. That's not a bad card either. If you're playing that archetype, it's just stuff doesn't stick on board anymore. So
What is it? Do you have to tap something, or is it just an activate main every time?
yeah, the search is when you play it, but then it has an activate main once per turn where you can play a skillless Demon God with 15,000 power from your
Oh,
draw.
that card. Okay.
So you
now-
used it to facilitate the skillless Shroom and Salsa stuff, and
Yeah.
then swap it back to your hand. I mean, for the time, that archetype could generate a lot of value. It's kind of outdated.
a little bit. Yeah, you can't expect 1 cost to survive.
Fierce.
Thank
Extra
you.
card just ethers
Yeah.
that thing right away.
There's a few things that take care of that nowadays, especially with green back. Now there's a lot of interruption on your opponent's turn that you're going to be running into more often. But yeah, then the secret rare, everyone. Let's get to the one we want to talk about.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the secret rare that got the God rare this set. So it is the green Goku Peace Resolution. So seems pretty crazy. You can pay 1 to combo with it, and then pay another green for the auto. If your leader's a green Saiyan, Earthling, or Namekian, when you combo it, you can restand your leader, give it triple strike for the battle, and then you can either choose to Z-charge it, or you can put it into your Z-deck face up to give your leader 20k for 2 turns. So, and if it's not a Sun Gohan childhood, then it negates the skills also. But if you are, then that's the best deck to use it in anyway. So, but yeah, seems like a pretty busted SCR for any green one of those keywords. What do you guys think?
I love it. I can't. I want to build a bunch of decks because of it, mostly. So, like Sam was saying, Broly Surge can really abuse it. This is like a 1-card revival for that deck. That and the Broly Champ Pack card. So in Broly Surge, when you Z-charge it, right, you can pay for any Z card, put it back into your drop, the Secret Rare, and then use the Surge effect to combo it from drop again to restand your leader for basically 3 swings in like a turn and 2 triple strikes if you've got, which you will have the energy because it's an untapped too. So it's like you can do nasty stuff like that. You can do triple strike crits with the Piccolo Z leader for KP. You can restand guys that make your opponent pitch cards on swing or they like draw a bunch. Being able to untap any one of those kinds of leads is pretty nice. And the triple strike is just like icing on the cake. And the option to like quadruple beam yourself, that's cool. If they negate your attack or something.
And this isn't susceptible to any of the stuff that would harm, like King Piccolo, Red King Piccolo, or Blue Bojack, or those type of stuff. Those type of cards that would remove things from your combo area. The timing is different, right?
I think the only one you have to worry about is like Bardock Unison and like Gogeta Z Leader, I think. I think those are the two that rip on combo.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone somewhere had a Paternal Unison, this
Against
might
a
be
green
bad
deck,
idea.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that first.
I wonder if that revives the card. Seems like
No.
this is going to be the green SCR of choice.
The hard part is that you have to keep a 2-cost Unison alive that gains 1 marker alive against a green deck.
Yeah, it was already
Yeah.
impossible.
Maybe now that
You
you have a
never-
floodgate, maybe it's possible, but I don't know.
I doubt it. I mean, every card that you play just rips markers now.
And you still play the SGR, right? No reason not to.
Yeah, it's definitely
Or
a
at least
side
side it.
card for green. Yeah, so you side it because of Boo. I mean, Boo's just still so stupid at 1, so you still have to side that card.
Yeah.
And then the Goku counterplay that Dylan was talking about before, that rips 2 markers as well. You do have to have like Z stuff out though to reduce its cost.
If you have a Z leader or something, it's good.
Yeah, if you've got like Gotenks and I think can use it pretty well, and then Gohan, they do it the best because it's three discounted off the cost of the Goku.
Yeah.
So the Broly Surge effect is allowing you to not pay the combo cost, right?
It's allowing you to do it more than once per game without having to like faded rivals it back to your deck. So
It's already good.
Yeah, that's already a good.
I mean, it's already a good deck.
Yeah, it's already doing a little bit. Now it's like it's real. Plus the new Gohan boss monster, just the barrier deflect 35k swing, Papagayi ignoring barrier, they pitch one, double strike. Like that's just a good card to run in there. You can't run the floodgates unfortunately because it is mono green leader. So you're out of KVIP and you don't get your what's it called? Uneasing Rage, that card.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you still got they didn't ban the 8 super combos. Every green leader
Has
set
access
up.
to.
So
Sugar
the
Run.
preparing for battle and Gogeta super combo thing. So every green leader gets 8 super combos. So Broly Surge gets that as well, with the added benefit of that being red and green cards in case you are in a pinch and need to put those under your leader for Surge. So yeah, there's a lot going for the leader right now. It's gonna be good.
Seems like it'll be crazy in Green Majin Vegeta too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Orion was asking me if it works, and I was telling him, yeah, it does. You just swing, get a triple, draw a bunch of cards, don't Z charge it, awaken, do it again. It's pretty crazy.
I just like all the Saiyan support that it gives. It gives King Piccolo support too, which is cool. But I like that this potentially helps OG Green Broly and Raditz. And,
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to talk about was the OG Green Broly. They pitch and kill 2 guys, which is pretty
you draw 2.
pretty crazy. Yep, and you draw 2.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of value out of 2 energy.
Yeah, so now it makes like just getting the field card out okay, and then you don't have to. It's not like the only line of play now is just to play the 3 or pay 3 to play the 6 cost guy and pray. Now you have like all these double strikers that you have the double strikers. You have Goku the Furious. You have the SCR now. Like you just have so much stuff that's pitching cards from hand.
Cooler champ pack, yeah, you got lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, cooler champ pack. Plus the 1 cost Gohan search is like half the deck now. If you're running generic green, it's mostly Goku's, so that Gohan just searches half of it.
Yeah, searches your secret, searches your boss monster, searches your mid-range plate.
Yeah, it's top 7
Yep.
too, isn't it? So
Yes,
Yeah.
it is top
pretty
7. Yeah, and then you can just combo it away to add Z energy. So it fills your Z energy without wasting extra cards from hand, and it's searching half your deck.
Oh, and another cool thing you can do is it can also search the special Beam Cannon Piccolo, which if you use the Goku Gohan father son, you can sack it and then pop one of your opponent's weenies.
We're talking
make
about
it do more.
Sun Gohan Momentary Awakening, right? Because it only searches Sun Goku.
Oh, that's not the one that searches also Piccolo's?
No, I think that one's a red card, if I'm not
That's the
mistaken.
red one. Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
okay,
You're right.
Yeah. I was thinking.
Damn,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're
I think
thinking
that one's
yeah.
top 5.
that one is top 5 for either or.
Yeah.
But you can run special needs Cannon Piccolo if you want.
Did they
and pop
print a new
the boss
20k Goku to free play it?
The father son.
I thought that was 30k.
This is a 35k.
Yeah, it's not 20.
Isn't it 20k or more?
I think it's specifically 20k. That's
I
why,
think
that's
it's-
why that card doesn't see play because it specifically says 20k.
Because if not, you could just sack Faded, couldn't you?
I thought you could sack Faded. Let's find out. No, that would definitely see play.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
They always never. That's why they didn't make this one Goku.
And that's why they refused to make a 20k vanilla one. so,
Yeah.
so that you can't ever play it out.
The Double Strike Goku they printed this set's a 19k specifically for that reason. So
Green Broly is going to be really good. I think.
the original.
and then they made the other Goku a 14k So that also
No,
doesn't get
choose one with 20k power or more in your battle area.
Oh, can you not?
To free play it? To free play it. That's what I mean. How do you free play it?
Oh, to free play it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the hard part.
It'll be interesting if the OG Broly can come back, because that's at least one green deck that is susceptible to Deborah fairly
Well,
easily. No, I mean there's always ways out of it, but at least it seems like a lot of the hand control decks have had more success when you're not just able to
The hard part
Deborah
of
your way
why
out of it.
Broly was so difficult before is because of you had to keep cause Unison was an issue, trying to keep a Unison alive, and because you have a bunch of 10Ks in hand. But I think now all you have to run is the one guy that bursts 5 and pitches a card from your opponent's hand.
Oh yeah, he's busted. Yeah.
Yeah, the crit barrier. Plus he has barrier.
That card is retarded. Yeah, that card is too.
So now so all you have to run is the same Berserker until that one leaked card is revealed, and then you can run, and then you just field card, and then that same Berserker.
I'm pretty sure that card from the leaked TP is for something in that archetype.
I know that, but I'm just saying because it's 5K combo. So,
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, if it just specifically says that leader, then I guess not. But
No,
if
it says something about like either pitching it or sacking it and then something with a field. So I'm guessing the new Broly will probably also do field stuff.
Is it going to be just a reboot? You think they're just going to reboot it?
No, because it's like it's like that's pure speculation that it's for the second coming.
Yeah.
There's a Trunks TP also from that movie with the jacket on.
Yeah.
So,
his yellow jacket.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll be a green wish leader. That'd be
that's
kind of
cool stuff. You want to hit the TPs?
Yeah, so Secret Rare, in conclusion, is crazy. So definitely play it.
Yes.
Any Saiyan, Earthling, or Namekian deck, you'd probably just
Fantastic.
automatically play that Secret Rare.
Yeah.
It's too good not to. And it has like cool God Rare. The God Rare arts looks pretty sick, by the way. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
Bandai did it right. Bandai did it right this time.
Is that the best Godray art?
That or Bardock.
I mean,
kind of whatever.
I will always be a Bardock Dick Rider, but I think this one just looks. It doesn't have the original printing, right? It's not like how we thought it was, where it's like the shading's different, right?
What do you mean on the new one?
Yeah, because we both thought it was the OG art with just like the gold foiling over it, but they changed it, right?
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
yeah, they redrew it or something. All right, so we'll talk about the TPs. So, any standouts you guys want to mention about any TPs that blew you away?
All the winners, I guess, right? Those are the best ones.
And then there was one more that wasn't a winner. No, my Vegito, Raditz. I think that's it, right? That are worth talking about.
The Gohan's pretty good. And
Oh, shooting my.
Oh, the Kami,
Servant.
I think.
Yeah, that's
Kami Goku deck, yeah. Yeah, the Gohan's good for baby. Oh, the Frieza's kind of neat. Yeah, I guess we can talk about a couple of these.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to hit?
I'll talk
red
about
one
Vegito. Oh, yeah, let's talk about the red one, I guess, first.
So we got the draw one Gohan that keeps something from activating blocker. That's whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty.
The Kami's pretty nice. It's basically like the Gohan TP from last set, except for
Well,
what is
you mean
it? It's
the Goku TP for
No, because
No.
it's a
It's
counterplay that next 15. So,
yeah, on play, yeah. So it's kind of like a little watered down version of Gohan.
Well,
But that
for
with Gohan is nice.
For the Super Saiyan Trio deck, it's exactly like that.
oh,
The Goku
yeah,
TP.
yeah.
Yes, it's
So
just
it's an archetype counterplay that negs up
Yeah.
to 15.
Yeah.
for one. Yeah, it's a 15.
It's
It's a
decent.
15k also. Yeah.
But that's good for because you can use it with Gohan.
I mean, would you
Yeah.
play that over Gohan counterplay though?
I think you just run both,
Probably
wouldn't
play
you?
both. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you have a bunch of energy up and just keep negging your
Well,
opponents.
because when you're playing that deck specifically, all of your swings are just weenies, right? They're just you pay one for them, and they're 15k weenies.
They're 20k's because of the power pull.
Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty easy to leave energy. Is there a Z card for that deck?
Yeah, there's two. There's
Okay.
the Piccolo that plays out the Goku. They're pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And
So
then you got the Kaba, which is for there's two Tournament of Power support cards, which is pretty cool. For the old TOP Vegeta and the TOP Goku. And the Kaba lets you flip over even if your life is at 6 or less. So you got to be at 6 instead of at 4, which is, I guess, better. It would
Is
be
the
nice.
leader untapped too? Or
Should
draw
just
two?
let you flip over. I can't remember.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, I think it's draw 2. And then when it swings, your leader gives it 5, and then when it reaches the 20k power, it plays out the Kaba Unison from the starter deck, the Spirit Boost starter deck,
Yeah.
which is interesting. The little bit of overlap it has there, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find the leader right now, but the thing is, if it doesn't untap 2, then you're paying 2. I mean, I guess you're getting 2 cards out of it, right?
Yeah,
But,
four energy value for 2. It's just weird that it doesn't just auto awaken you, like take down to 6. It's like you can awaken if you're at 6 or less, so that's still
yeah.
it's still not good enough.
So you're relying on your opponent to swing on you twice or
Yeah, or
self
use
awaken.
2 life takers or something.
Yeah.
Does not deflect either, which is kind of iffy.
I guess because
Could at
it's
least give
supposed
it
to be
deflect
played
so
on
you
turn
can
2.
Yeah, this is a suspect.
Okay, it does untap 2, so that's good. So
Oh,
you
that's
pay
good.
2, play that, swing with leader, plus the Kaba, play Unison, and then you have 2 energy to play.
Well, the when the Kaba swings, that's when your leader gives it the 5.
When you attack with the same battle card, or if that card is
Yeah.
a Universe 7 or 6.
Yeah, and then you
Okay,
draw. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then those are okay. The blue ones are better. It's the Pilaf Shu and Mai is a staple.
Yeah. 2 of at
Period.
least in the main deck.
Yeah, just a better
It's
version of
basically-
the old peel-off counter, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a cantrip negate basically. So on your opponent's turn, you counter the attack, play the card, draw a card, and then you can knock a keyword skill off of the opponent's card. And it has an activate battle that puts a comboed
That
card
bottom
at the bottom of their deck. Yeah. So you
At
can
first,
just-
I thought that activate battle wasn't as good because I thought it bounced it back to hand, but it bottom decks it. So even hitting the super combo on a kill turn's worth it.
Yeah, so it's like your opponent will never combo once you negate. So it's basically a hard negate that draws a card. It's just it's a very gross card.
Yeah.
Plus, they got the winner treatments, which is nice.
Yes.
Let's see, Gohan double striker, 20k double striker for baby.
I like that card a lot for Blue Baby because it plays from hand too. So or it plays from hand. I don't think you can play from under.
Yeah, you only get double strike if you play from hand, yeah.
I mean, it's still good because if you put it under off of any of your cards that put it under the field card, it's still 20k servant. But it's nice to pay 1, have a double striker, and then you have a bunch of swings of it.
Yeah, you need it for the deck for sure. That's a good one.
It's good.
And then Oob just does what, the same shit that the other Oobs do.
Yeah, it's not that much.
I think he has an extra removal.
Yeah, I think it kills the guy on play also, so it's decent.
Yeah.
Flip to 1 Oob from your... Oh, this one could play the 6 or the 8 cost. That's pretty
He
good.
requires 4 more energy, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little weird. The green shit's pretty crazy.
Except for Bulma.
Yeah, Bulma is just a... I don't even know why you would run it. I think Trunks and Vegeta just do her effect.
You just
Right?
pay 1 and discard 3 cards? Thanks.
Yeah, I don't get that. That one's retarded. And Cell sucks, because the Cell deck sucks. Frieza's pretty good for the 2 decks it helps, so this one lets you awaken Sharpen Power.
The Rainbow Gohan deck?
No, it's for Sharpen Power's the TOP Goku, the green one, the UI sign.
Oh, it's Goku. No, sorry, I thought it was Gohan.
Yeah. And then if it gets pitched off of either of your Frieza or Goku Warrior of Universe 7s, you can pay 1 and it comes out and it's a blocker, because on Sharpen Power pitches on opponent's turn to negate an attack, so it's like a pay 1 blocker that comes out for free.
That's
Well,
pretty good,
not for
actually.
free, but it's like it's value. And then off of your Frieza leader, which is the cool part, when you pitch it to draw 2, you can pay 1 and it comes out and it's a 15k swing crit, which is pretty cool for the deck. I think it doesn't revive the deck or anything, but it's a cool card to use if you're playing like with off meta stuff. Just that's a lot of value. Pitch 1, draw 2, play 1, so you don't actually neg it all. And then Raditz is the actual. This might be
Very
the best
exciting.
card.
Yeah.
Nah, I think
Not the
Vegeta-
best card.
Yeah,
Pilaf,
Vegeta's
Shu, and Mai are definitely the best one, but...
Yeah, I think it's arguably between Pilaf and Vegeta.
Vegeta. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, though, all the winners are pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
except
Except
What?
for
That
maybe
Bardock-
Bardock, but...
I
Yeah,
was
that
sour on Bardock, but actually, after reading it, it's like it's a 15k draw one that you can leave an energy up on your opponent's turn to play. That's fine. It's not
It's
that
just
bad.
the worst Majin Vegeta, isn't it?
why wouldn't they pop that
It's
over?
a little different.
Wouldn't they just pop that over your other cards first?
Well, the thing is like you could block and then activate battle, draw a card, play this. If you left up a bunch of energy in your opponent's turn, so it's like a guy you can play
Oh,
on
they
either
did
turn.
battle players. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
exactly. So you can
Okay.
block, play this out. Your blocker dies. This gains barrier, and then at the start of your turn, if you got 4 more energy, stupid. I don't know what the hell that's about. If you set that up earlier than 4 energy, you should get your 30k double strike.
And it has to
but-
be the only card in play too.
Right, yeah, so that's a little tough, but it's not bad. I think it's just a 15k draw one. That's already on either turn. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was activate battle, so that actually makes it a bit better then.
Yeah,
Play
it's
your
not.
opponent's turn, and then next turn you can have that up. So.
I'm not gonna say it's amazing. It's definitely the worst of the 4 though, because this Raditz is stupid.
Yeah, Rad's pretty good.
I'm very excited about Raditz.
Luckily,
deals
it says
with
2 or
damage,
more energy
warp
to play it, so you
battle.
can play it pretty early to get its effect off.
Yeah, 2 or more energy. Your opponent just has to have 2 energy. So, turn 2, turn 3, and then if it deals damage, they warp 1, and you warp a battle card.
Yeah,
and it
so
can play out some pretty strong cards too.
yeah,
It's generically good and also good in Reddits. So
I think that especially in Raditz, it's good because of if your opponent combos, it doesn't matter. It's just less cards in hand. So
Yes.
it's just forcing them to either dump cards or lose a card on board.
It's like a messed up crit swing, kinda.
feeds 2
Yeah.
to the warp for the Reddit's effects.
Yes.
The freeze to swap card's good because it has deflect. So if you ever get counterplayed on your 1 cost swap to your 3 cost swap, the other 2 don't have it. You can reveal one of the other ones that doesn't have deflect. Your opponent counterplays, and then you just play the deflect one anyway. And what's nice about it is it sets up, it adds a card, and then you set up the top of your deck for the guy that combos off of top 5 or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So it's this is pretty important for the deck. And then I don't remember what Gohan does. It's the little lanky pussy Gohan that nobody likes.
He's kind of just whatever.
Oh yeah, he just is a 15k that comes out, right, and he can play another Vegeta or Goku.
Yeah, it doesn't draw or anything, so it's pretty bad.
It's alright. The last 3 are pretty nice. The Black Mass Saiyan can turn into the other guys.
I like that Black Mass Saiyan just because it turns into the 4 cost.
Yeah, 4 cost and the 3 cost, the one that deals the damage no matter what.
Well, they both deal damage no matter what. It's just one requires more setup than the other.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
they ratted this card. So where does it play the copy from?
What do you
So
mean?
it just says play up to 1 copy of this card, but it doesn't say from where.
From your hand. It's
From your hand.
It's like when you add it back to your hand, you get to play 1 copy. It's basically just making sure you don't play out. Like if you have 4 in your hand and you add 1 back, you'll just pay 4 and play 4 guys or something like that.
Yeah.
Which who cares if you did that, honestly?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just burn them for 4 at that point?
Well, no, you'd have to pay another. It'd have to be like 8 energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't free play.
Well, the 2, I guess, but even playing 2 of those would be good. Or I guess just 1, right? Because it costs 2. So you'd have to be at 4 energy for that setup.
If that was even a thing.
Yeah.
And then the Janemba's cool for the Janemba crit deck that we
Yeah.
were freaking out about the other day. That's neat. Just any activate main pitch, look top 5 and add another one. That's the cycling is and setting up drop is super nice.
It's good.
And then it has another effect and drop. Good for the deck. And then
Oh,
the
okay.
Vegito's probably like a staple overrealm. It's just a board clear
Is
on a
it?
free overrealm.
Unless they
This
negate.
is,
Unless they negate, yeah. I mean,
it's free, so you're not even wasting energy at that
yeah,
point.
it's
Yeah.
pretty dumb. And it's a 30k swing, so it's like
It's
also
kind of
pressure on leaves.
pseudo barrier removal for black, right? Or for any color, I guess. But
Yeah,
that's
mostly for black, yes.
Yeah,
if they have some annoying card with
barrier.
barrier.
I think because I'm building Soul Striker right now, I think that it's really good in that because on your kill turn or whatever, you could play that and then just clear board with it, or just get rid of the annoying my card or the
Yeah.
demagicate.
It does kill all those guys.
Yeah,
Which- Very cool.
so it does help get around barrier.
Although blue is simply going to negate your attack, but
Yeah.
you know,
Against blue, it's different, but
They could
Against
also
the other
combo out
colors.
too if they wanted to do that. So
if
they're gonna.
that's just
But mine's a
nice.
I
4K.
mean, if you're swinging like a bigger guy, that's
At
makes a difference.
40 yes, yeah.
It's a nice board clear too in Supreme Time where you have a counter.
Yeah,
This
that
will
is
not
cool.
get negated, then you can just,
Yeah.
assuming you're not playing blue or yellow.
Well, it's
I
good- it's
guess,
good to bait
you
up the
have
floodgate,
9,000
I guess.
negates.
Guaranteed restand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team you're gonna want to go to locals for this one, boys. This is a good
These
one.
winners are pretty good. They look nice too. So, as always with the winners.
I think the mine one looks a little goofy.
No,
Just
that
'cause
was
they're
cool. The three
Really?
little.
But I think that they should have done it to where you can't see them like standing on nothing. You know?
Well, they're little kids. It doesn't even matter where they're standing, dude. They can
I
stand
know.
on their head.
I just think they could have done. But everybody else looks cool, but that one looks a little
Yeah,
goofy.
they all got the crossed arms.
Vegeto's hair looks like it's like on top of his head instead of attached to his head.
Where's
That's-
the hair supposed to be?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
It looks like a Lego man's hair just like attached to the top of his head. It looks weird. That's the only one. The other two look cool.
The peel-off shoe in Mai is going to be ruled the same way as like Godstrike Beerus, right? Where you can remove barrier.
Yes, yeah. It targets the
So-
keyword. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get asked about 9,000 times in
Yeah.
the discussion group.
Just like the new cell card also targets the keyword, which was going to be a cool thing you could do if that deck was even viable, but it's not.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's all the cards from this next set coming out. So now we'll just talk about the ban list. So they actually revealed this while we were at Atlanta at MomoCon. So our reactions were pretty crazy at first. Did you guys know they banned Dirty Burst? I didn't know.
Whoa,
that.
Sam! Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Hey,
So
yeah, Dylan didn't know that.
Yeah, it was Dylan's
So-
actual.
Oh, that was Dylan's
this
actually.
ban list was a
Okay.
lot crazier than we thought it was going to be. They just straight up banned the SS4 leader. They banned Sin, and then they banned Gamma. So they just banned the 3 leaders. People hated outright. Probably should hit more leaders, but it's a start, I guess.
Yeah.
Banned the 8-drop Gogeta, because that card's broken. Banned Dirty Burst. And then the 2 erratas that mattered. There was a ton of erratas because they can't read, I guess. They can't translate very well. So
Can't read
the
ink.
2 main erratas they got that mattered was Zeno and then the Cell Leader that we already talked about, with limiting it to androids only. And the Zeno got errated to it's not up to 12 anymore. You have to choose 12 battle cards with God or Universe. So that card is bad now. Don't play that card.
Yeah, it does not answer Goku Black, and it does not answer U7 anymore. So
Yeah, they realized that the Goku Black needs to do something, so they just errated it. So they want people to play that deck, I guess. But,
This is good for the overall health of the game. I didn't go to MomoCon with you guys. I wish I would have got to go, but part of the reason for not going was just this format is extremely stale and has been for some time. These 3 leaders in particular have just been running rampant over the format, so I'm glad to see them go. I wish they would have gone a little farther and maybe touched like 1 yellow card.
yeah,
I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
something. But I'm glad to see these leaders go. They had their run. They're very annoying, and now we can hopefully find new boogeymen to complain about. But these 3 are definitely way, way overtuned for where the rest of the stuff they print is, I think.
yeah. Gamma for control and Sin for aggro. There's like no in between there, and then Gogeta's just. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean,
So Yu-Gi-Oh!
you can't do anything. Like it's just hopeless.
The
Should've
ultimate
never been made.
gatekeeper, right?
Yeah,
You can't play any weird deck because
Into Gogeta.
you don't have an answer. You just die.
it's just There's no way you've got an like if you get swung on with the 8 cost, it's a rip 3 to 5, and it's only 3 if it's a super combos. It's like your whole board is cleared. You're so far behind while they have 16 cards in hand. It's like it doesn't. I mean, maybe. I mean, now we're gonna see a similar thing with launch with all the crazy rush attack abuse and the Z stacking, psychopath stuff that people were doing right before Zenkai came out.
But at least there you're only a 10k leader, so you have at least a little bit of a
Yeah.
disadvantage.
There's
And
no
you're like-
100k Z leader coming out
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah, with these leaders, there was actually just no reason to ever play any other red deck, because these leaders are just so far and above the best, so it was about time
Yeah,
they got
for
hit.
real.
I think Dirty Burst
Yeah.
is the most interesting one
Yeah,
because in a
Probably most
format where Gamma doesn't exist, and you still have to pay 2 energy. There is some trade-off there with not getting Broly crowned. I don't know. I guess it is very restrictive. It kills a lot of top-end strategies. But I was kind of surprised, given the leaders that they hit. That you're playing Dirty Burst because of Gogeta and
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Yeah,
of
but every boss monster they print nowadays is
That's
7 or
wrong.
more, so they probably
it's
want
an
you to
eight,
actually play those cards.
it's a kill turn stopper on its own. If it wasn't on the counter play, but then
Yeah.
where do you even put it?
it's
Yeah,
basically bigger
never mind.
more. Basically, what that
Yeah, 'cause it's like watching your opponent tap 2 for their boss monster or 3, and then you just tap 2 when their turn is over.
yeah, they
It's
just
a
waste
little.
their energy.
Yeah, I mean their turn isn't over. They can swing with this whatever they have established, but Blue has
I
so
do
much
think-
removal now.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting dynamic that this card kind of became so good because, at least from my vantage point, they were printing a lot of cards that are 8 cost, but play for 1 or 2 or 3, whatever, because they didn't want them to get Charismatic Villain, or at least that's what I thought. And they didn't want to put barrier on everything. And then that sort of like created this weird dichotomy where now Dirty Burst is like
Hitting all the
an amazing
charismatic
card.
villains
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. I mean, green made blue better, even though green sucked. I don't know. It's kind of a weird dynamic. But every deck has this. You know, it costs 8, or costs 7, but really,
Yeah,
it's
they're-
pay 1, pay 2. Yeah.
And I mean,
Gamma-
it's still kind of true, though. By the way, that charismatic villain does just crap on a lot of a lot of new stuff that's actually pretty strong. If you run into like a unison-based green deck, you're just not going to get to play because you're just going to get charismatic villain every time you try to do anything. Like Majin Vegeta, I don't think you can play through that. You'd have to like just hope your leader swing kills them, which they'd have to basically kill themselves at that point. Because I mean, every battle card you play is susceptible to every form of green's counterplay removal.
Yeah,
Just a side thought.
the gamma hit's very warranted. I think it's been around long enough. Untapping 3 and then having 3 or 4 floodgates that you can use. It's too stupid. It's about time for that deck to go.
When it
This
just
should
had
have been done
Android,
pretty freaking.
yeah, when it just had the 1 topo, and you could respond to that and then still beat it, I think it was still very strong, but it was within reason. But now some of these decks are running the TP Android 17. They're running the what is it called,
21.
full power
Counter.
Full
Yeah.
power.
full power counter. I mean, we're surpassed yellow levels of floodgating.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more than
It's so hard to
yes,
get through.
yeah, it's so,
You should see
so-
how many. If you were in Atlanta, you know how many gammas there were. So
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
was.
it's.
I think I played 4 in a row. It was.
Yeah,
It
I
was
played against 2.
and then also Gamma Wall in Atlanta too. So,
surprise.
yeah, I'm glad to see it go.
You're not gonna die. You might as well play it, right? I mean, seems
Yeah.
to be.
One last win.
Yeah, I get why people are playing it. Yeah, I'm glad to see it go for sure. It's an annoying deck to face against all the time.
Maybe Resolve Renewed could come back to not just Vegeta. That would have helped.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, that card leaving opened up the Gamma
That's true.
parade, I think. I mean,
It seems
that
like,
when that card existed for 1, Gamma couldn't really hang.
Seems like most red decks have moved on to Beerus Ball anyway. So
Or peel off missile.
Yeah, peel off missile, Beerus ball. There's another one. I'm forgetting it.
None are as good as Resolve Renewed was.
No, Resolve Renew was stupid. You could use it at any life total.
yeah, just had to be at 3 more energy. That was it.
Dumb card. All right, yeah, pretty cool ban list. We get to play with fun stuff again, at least for now until the meta settles in, and we find out.
Yeah, we
what's
can-
Just
gonna
the
go.
yellow
What's-
player.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Bobby
what's
was
your
saying, it's
prediction?
weird they didn't hit anything yellow. At least maybe one
Trunk-
card, Trunks Cheetah at least, please.
Trunks Cheetah's gonna do whatever it wants. I guess Trunks
Trunks-
Cheetah does whatever it wants, except against decks that run Golden Cooler,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I can see the reasoning for not banning Trunks Cheetah since there's a bunch of yellow decks that are viable. It's not just Trunks Cheetah anymore. There's a bunch of yellow decks like does Majin Vegeta, Golden Frieza, the Spirit Bomb was doing well. So there's a lot of good yellow decks. It's not just Trunks Cheetah like hogging the yellow spotlight anymore.
Yeah, it's
Red
like the
decks are
yellow.
obviously different that way.
Yeah, they must have forgot that it won Worlds, right?
Yeah, but like this 2 sets came out since then, right?
I think maybe that's why they didn't ban DPMS. Like, yellow's obviously an issue, but that card does help against yellow a lot. At least against Golden Frieza and Trunks Cheetah. To a
Winning
point.
Worlds, though, that was a warped format considering it was only 8 dudes. and
Yeah,
you were
he
able
brought that
plan
to beat
for-
He brought that to beat those blue decks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
and they
think you
banned
can
that
get
deck
through
too,
Twist
so.
with that deck.
Yeah.
And
They probably hit. Here, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, anyone who played like the Spirit Bomb deck, they could have played Trunks Cheetah and topped, right? That's just the choice to not play it, I assume.
Spirit Bomb's different. Expert Bomb's like an all-in cooler counter kind of
The UR number one.
setup. Yeah, the UR number one stuff. It's a that's like the other face of yellow, like the unstoppable push after you're set up.
Yeah,
They
it's not
just-
the Vegeta style.
It's not really a grind game. That one's like all in your face.
It clears out your board, and then turn 6? I think he said he kills you.
Yeah, when I faced against him in Atlanta, he mostly just kept all of his energy up for defense. The only thing he was really playing was like cantrips, and then just stall into turn 6, and then did the big crazy turn. So it's real, definitely real.
Just let Sin protect his body for as long as it could.
Yeah, Sin, Vegeto's, Nimbus, stuff like that.
I mean, I can see him also doing like an emergency ban on the Expert 21 deck, dude, with the freaking 20 million super boost.
Yeah, that and the red Vegeta that they didn't hit for some reason. I don't know why they didn't hit that, especially with Gohan and all these other green stuff coming out. They didn't hit the adding
The
back
8
super combos.
combo.
That's kind of
The
weird.
8 super
Is it
combos.
not? Is it not known? Is that the issue?
No, it's everything.
Yeah. These
It's not.
these green Gogetas have been topping recently. And that's the only reason why they've been topping. They've been saying is because you can use your super combo 8 times. So
Yeah, so there's topping lists with it in there. I believe there's some other green lists that I saw randomly also with it.
Well, I think Dane, right? Dane got third with Broly Surge in a webcam before
That was one,
Omicron.
yeah.
And that was
I remember that.
basically that combo allows it. I assume.
Usually if there's no events going on or no crazy events going on, they'll just let it go until like the next ban list or whatever. But I think they did emergency bans like once or twice, haven't they?
A couple times, yeah.
yeah, they should
They're gonna let
at least
Green
add-
have their format.
Yeah, but usually when it comes to super combos and stuff like that, they usually nip that in the bud before it goes too crazy.
Yeah, I thought for sure they would.
I don't know. Maybe like I was thinking maybe one way they could do it is just instead of hitting like all these cards, just hit super combo itself to just say you can only activate 4 per game or whatever.
That's hard to keep track of, though.
And they could easily just write a Vegeta to say add back a red Gogeta card. So that would fix
Yeah,
it entirely.
Red or blue? Yeah, just say red or blue.
Yeah, so that they don't add back anything. No
Yeah, you
the
can.
color.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
you can add in your now in archetype stuff. It's supposed to add in instead of
Yes.
this.
Just takes up
But yeah,
slots
you're-
because you have to run them.
Your Expert 21 deck is a little suspect as well. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it's not too many people are playing it, so that's probably why they didn't hit it. But they probably should hit it because
I think a few people have brought it up already. I think
It's
Joey.
been consistently topping.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
so than the new 21.
yeah. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I guess they don't see it. As a big deal.
Now that those 3 big decks are gone now. I mean, look what you did with the Dylan. You got top 4 in the last format of the best format it's gonna be. So
Yeah, no, busted.
Yeah, with Gamma Gun, it's probably the best blue-green deck now. So
And I mean,
like literally, yeah, like. Go ahead.
look at how that deck handled Trunks Vegeta and stuff. Like the other meta decks, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And even Gogeta, like he still took a game off him, and he might have even got it. He probably would have got it in the 3rd game too if it wasn't time. So it's like that deck's just gonna be freaking nuts.
yeah, it's too good. Any deck that can recycle super combos like that, it's pretty dumb. So hit the.
Well, I
Vegeta.
mean, especially too, since we're probably gonna go in a little bit slower format than. It might be the same format, kind of like speed-wise. So I mean, maybe a turn later type of thing. So getting those extra super combos back is just gonna be nuts.
It's also so funny that it's like the super combos it recycles are the hand control ones, and then the win con is a burn. So
Yeah,
it's
that combo is
it's set up entirely to just be as
Yeah.
degenerate as possible.
shouldn't be allowed.
Or yeah, maybe just hit Bad Omen and they take care of the deck.
Yeah, they don't require you to
So-
win by swinging at them.
Yeah, at the
and
very
that probably won't happen.
It's just
That probably won't happen too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe put Bad Omen to 1 or something like that.
Yeah, they'll probably do it. Only get
Or
one.
limit
yeah.
one.
It's like
Well, actually, no, you can keep
Yeah.
doing it in that
Yeah,
deck, but yeah,
What if you just do limit 1 then?
that would do it.
or yeah, that too.
So you can't
Yeah.
play
Just like-
multiple.
What they did with Cat Blow, you know?
But I guess in the 21
Yeah,
deck,
limit
it
1
would-
could be good.
But I guess in the 21 deck, it would change to where you just use Bad Omen, it dies. You leader effect to put it back in your energy. play it again next turn, put it back in your drop, put it back in your energy again, play it next turn again.
Well, if you think about it, that's how Cat Blow works in the Invoker deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different, though, because you have
It-
blue-green, all the...
The
floodgates
the
and
issue
stuff,
with
so.
the issue with Bad Omen in that deck specifically is that it's very heavy hand control the later the game goes. So you get to a point where even if you do limit one and you pass your turn, your opponent's going to draw one card, swing on you to draw another card. You're going to combo 2 super combos on them because you just recycled 12 of them, and then it doesn't matter. So
Yeah, you can just keep crit swinging them if it really came down to it.
Yeah.
What kind of degenerate would play that?
Yeah,
Dylan
right?
Bond, yeah.
What the heck?
Hey,
So-
man. People are taking Gogeta to events who
That's
gives a
right.
shit and don't give a
That's
fuck.
right. Yeah, take it when you can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. So, yeah, that's the things that should have hit. Should have hit
Play to
some
win, I
yellow.
guess, right?
Should have hit the 21 probably, and the Vegeta. That's weird. So
Yeah.
this feels like half of a ban list, with half that's missing. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good, but they could have hit more.
Yeah.
We might see one tournament where like 8 expert 21s top, and then they'll do something.
Emergency ban.
Yeah, like that'll be like the next
'Cause usually-
regionals or something. It'll just be make no sense.
Or they'll just force you to play through an entire 2 months of recycling super
Yeah.
combos.
Yeah, usually Bandai doesn't let crazy shit like that go on for long.
Yeah, it's weird to me that all these other like the evil 21 players are playing that deck when this one exists and it's just clearly better.
Cough, Sam.
Maybe Evil 21's just there to beat Good 21. 'Cause That's
Yeah,
like
it
it's
does definitely counter it,
It's only good matchup.
Yeah.
That's the only deck that does it. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be hard.
I mean, the other 21 deck too is going to be coming, doing pretty good this format too. I think.
The
Not-
token?
No, the natural disaster, not the starter deck one.
Oh, yours. Yeah, the new-
mine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
play.
It
That one
is.
will be really good this format.
it's still it's that one's like upsetting to play against if you're slightly slow even.
Yeah.
So
Or if
for
you're blue.
I was gonna say, so for blue, it's gonna be like Soul Striker, Good 21, and Bad 21, right? That's probably what we're looking at.
That's
I mean, maybe Beerus too. I mean, what do you think about Beerus?
Oh,
Type
yeah.
If the
16?
format slows down, yeah, Beerus could come back.
maybe
Now that Sim doesn't exist.
one boo is tough.
You're back to
That's true.
ready to rumble, carrying
Well, I get-
you, hopefully.
The hard part about Blue Beerus though is that you're gonna see a lot more green, and I don't think you can get over green. Like if green can hit your hand down quick enough.
Blue Baby's pretty strong.
Since Gamma's gone, do you think there's a chance of SS3 coming back?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well yeah,
guys.
people are already, I'm sure, brewing up their SS3 list. With Sin gone too, that's another reason it can come back.
Yeah, no, can kill turn 2 with the little hand.
Plus Golden Cooler. Are you
Probably do
what the fuck?
SS3, honestly.
Yeah, if you can manage to not charge your Golden Cooler, then that's disgusting.
Do you guys think there's an argument for banning Golden Frieza leader?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
there is. Maybe not the leader, maybe just like the unison.
Think
The
that
higher
Unison's the
dragon.
problem?
The
Yeah,
last threads of Higher Dragon
Yeah,
still around.
yeah. The last remains, yeah. Just get it. The unison is what
they
lets you free untap. So it's like if you're unable to res your guys, you only have a set amount of Frieza's armies in your deck that you can sack by hard casting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like that's the move. Because then you're just right back to where you were before. It's like it's okay.
Yeah, man, and who knows too with the new swap stuff coming out, that's probably gonna be pretty good. It's already really good, and you had like
Oh
new
yeah, that
stuff
new,
to it.
oh dude, the Goku Frieza is so stupid in there. The one that plays from Z Energy, that's a stupid turn. This is like a crazy tempo play every single turn.
Yeah, it's tap 2, right?
It's tap 2, yeah, but it's you sack it.
Yeah, you sack it. And I'm tapping
Oh,
2,
that's right. Yeah, for Golden Frieza. Yeah.
Yeah, so it draws you a card, pops a guy, 20k swing. Then you can play like another Frieza from drop if you want to sack. Like you could play the one that takes a life or something. There's like a bunch of weird stuff you can
Or
do.
you can play the SR guys, the dual attackers.
Yeah, the Gokus and Vegetas or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's lots of stuff. Or even just the barrier guy to sit on board for next turn. If you want to play the deflect barrier swap guy in there.
The good thing I get the thing about Golden Frieza is that just untapping 2 is so good because of the Senshin run.
Yep, that card's
That
busted.
That card is crazy.
Yeah, that probably. You see that card will probably get banned later. Think so.
I could see that happening. It's pretty stupid. All of those Champak cards are stupid.
Yeah.
That was a. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they made those 5.
Come
Trump-
back from One Piece. We've
Yeah,
got
they want to
good
get the people
cards.
back. Yeah.
Please.
What'd you say?
I said, come back from One Piece. We've got good cards.
Oh
Play in
yeah,
our events.
yeah. We got good stuff.
One Piece
That's
sold out
great
in 4
cards.
minutes. Here you go. Come play DBS.
It's the hot new thing, dude. They'll hold on to players. Like Digimon's got a solid player base.
They got a huge player base.
Yeah, I think this game's too hard.
Yeah, they keep adding more and more mechanics, so it gets more confusing for new people.
Yeah, any new player shows up's got to read like a
Textbook.
mechanics textbook. Yeah,
Yeah.
But we're staying in there. We're surviving,
I like it.
keeping the game alive.
Yes,
So,
Especially with the new game coming out,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
digital
online.
versions help too. Keep the game
digital
alive.
version.
Help more casuals get into the game.
I think who said it? I think Carl said it, that will help a lot with not with like competitive play, but it will help introduce more
Casual
people.
players. To
Yeah,
local.
casual players. Yeah.
I hope.
Yes, it's
That's
going
good.
on for what, years now? 5 years, maybe more.
Game 6 now. I think we're getting into 6.
Yeah, about to be the 6th anniversary set, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So,
So that's cool.
Yeah, 6 years.
That the game's great,
yeah,
and the future's bright. The cancer has been excised.
finally. Not all of it, but most
No.
of it.
Now we just need to stop
Really
printing U7 and Goku Gohan leaders for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's another deck that'll probably be good coming back is Red G7 again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. So hopefully they learn from this ban list and these leaders that they stop printing.
Yeah, if
stupid
every
stuff.
leader cannot have 19 effects, that'd be cool. That's
Yeah.
Or just draw 2 off of whatever.
one leader. That's you got a leader that, like that you swing, you draw a card and you combo a guy. It's like all right, and then that's all it does. And then you got Gogeta that's like draw a card, play a guy, combo in rest mode. When you Union Fusion, blah blah blah. But like what the fuck? I don't know.
When you attack,
It's
you
weird.
can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, unaffected by this.
Yeah. Remember when Surge leaders are like, "Oh my god, this is so busted," and then they can only use their effect like twice. It's like what? It's like I don't know.
But the fact of being able to awaken whenever you want is probably too good.
Yeah, it is.
Piccolo Surge was crazy, dude. You got to draw 2 cards your starting turn. How crazy
Counterplay
is
anything
that?
your opponent does.
Yeah, dude. Piccolo Surge. I can't believe it.
But
That can come back.
it seems like
That
this
was
seems like this
sarcasm.
set's pretty balanced. I would say nothing's like overpowered or anything I could see from the set. Gohan's definitely the best, but it's not gonna like be number 1. I don't think, right? The old decks. So
I could see stuff poking through. That baby has a lot of swings out of
Yeah.
like
that's cool
nowhere.
too.
Plus the Trunks champ pack with the blue deck help a lot with Oob.
Yeah, barrier, a crit swing, 20k crit swing that gets rid of any.
Ignores barrier. Plus Oob, so if your opponent negates, they're pitching a card from hand.
Yeah, it's basically the gamma cell, but for every blue leader. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's only pay 2, so it's really good.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this next set. It's bringing a lot to the game. Banlist definitely helped. So
It opens up the door to a lot of stuff. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A lot of old green leaders can do stuff now, and blue has like new leaders that you don't have to just play Gamma anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting now because now the meta is actually like gonna like physically change after a long time.
yeah, especially with
So
green
now-
because I felt like green was stuck in like the Unison format with all of its stuff. So they finally updated all these nice generic cards to make green actually usable this set. So
yeah.
Might be a
Yeah, 'cause half
little
the
too
fun-
generic.
Yeah, I mean half the fun of the game was the fact that you can like use any deck and do good with it, and building all any sorts of decks with all sorts of colors, and it would be good because I remember a time I think it was like before Gamma just came out that you had like maybe whatever top 16 and every deck was a different freaking leader or something like that.
Yeah, it's always
You're not
nice when
wrong.
we have formats like that. It's a bunch of different leaders all being good, different colors.
Yeah, the fun is just building different leaders.
I think that's all our ideas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that will be the end of this podcast. It's been a while, so excited for the next set. Can't wait for what comes out of it. So, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Goodbye.